And we are back on Sportsman Radio. I'm your host, Chris Schanfeld, and I'm now joined by Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver, Jeremy Ebert. Thanks for joining the show, Jeremy. How's it going?
Going great, man. I really appreciate you having me on.
Hey, my pleasure, my pleasure. Now, I want to start this interview off by talking a little bit about your college days as you attended Northwestern University located in Evanston, Illinois. Coming from Ohio, how did you decide Northwestern was going to be the right fit for you?
You know, they were just the school that came after me the hardest, and I think I took honor in that, and I loved where the program was going with Coach Fitzgerald. He's a great coach, great motivator, and I just really liked what they had to offer. And it's a great academic institution. I wanted to get a degree from a great college, and Northwestern really had that to offer, along with playing one of the best conferences in the Big Ten. So. It was a perfect fit for me, and I love the coaching staff, and they were on the rise, and look at them now, they're doing great things. So.
Oh yeah, now you got playing time. You got playing time right away as a freshman in 2008, and you would play in all 13 games. Before committing to NU, did you know that you would get as much playing time as you received during that freshman year, or did you have to work for it and impress the coaches?
I had no expectations. I was changing positions to a wide receiver. I was actually a quarterback in high school, so I was learning a whole new ball game from a whole different angle. So I was basically just taking it in stride and trying to pick up as much as I can for the older guys on the team. And luckily I did some good things in camp and was able to make a couple plays to impress the coaches. And I got my shot as a freshman, so it was awesome.
And during that freshman year at Northwestern, you recorded 15 catches, 160 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Can you tell us about that first college football touchdown that you received?
It was actually the first catch of my college career. We were playing Syracuse, and our one starting slot receiver came out, and they threw me in there, and got to run a little fade pattern right up the middle, and safety split open and covered 2, and quarterback threw it right to me. So if I dropped it, I would have been in big trouble. So it was a crazy experience. Something I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Jeremy, let's fast forward to your junior year. In 2010, you recorded 62 receptions, over 950 yards, and 8 touchdowns. After recording just 21 receptions and 0 touchdowns the year before, how were you able to put up the stats that you did in 2010?
I just think I put in a lot of work. I knew I came off an injury my sophomore year, so I was hampered during training camp. Never really got full 100% my sophomore year. So junior year, kind of everything was out there on the table, and I was ready to go. I was 100%. I had some great chemistry with our quarterback. I got to work with him my freshman and sophomore year a lot on the scout team. So we had great chemistry, and things just kind of clicked, and I was able to make some plays. Coaches got a little faith in me, and I just had everything just seemed to work.
Yeah, and you really exploded during your senior year. You were the starting wide receiver for the Northwestern Wildcats. You had 75 receptions, over 1,000 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Looking back, how would you say your football career was at Northwestern?
It was great. I wish we won a bowl game. Other than that. That kind of stung, losing all 4 bowl games. I think that was the biggest thing, but just the relationships, I built with my teammates and my coaches, I'll cherish those for the rest of my life. I still keep in close contact with my wide receiver coach, Coach Springer, and, obviously Coach Fitzgerald, but, I just couldn't ask for anything more.
You mentioned Coach Pat Fitzgerald. He's having a lot of success there at Northwestern. How would you describe your former college football coach?
I would say passionate would be the biggest thing. Intense, passionate, just someone that knows how to motivate his players, and just loves the game of football, loves everything about Northwestern, and just someone I really I look up to in the utmost respect just for everything he's done on the field. He's a player's coach, and just a great guy. I couldn't ask for anything more than a coach.
And Jeremy, overall, how would you describe your experience at Northwestern University, both education-wise and football-wise?
Well, yeah, when you come to Northwestern, you know that academics come first, and you learn that right away when you become a student there. Academics are no joke, so The time commitment thing was the biggest thing. Just your time management skills between your schoolwork and football. You really got to get that down in order to be successful there. So it's a great place. I mean, it's right on the water, Lake Michigan, overlooking Chicago, and it was a great place. I formed great relationships with great people, and a lot of those people are going to be pretty successful with the Northwestern degree. So it's not a bad place to be.
Right. You guys are listening to Sportsman Radio. I'm your host, Chris Schanfeld, talking with Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver Jeremy Ebert. Jeremy, you entered the 2012 NFL Draft and was selected in the 7th round by the New England Patriots. How was that moment for you? Would you say it was like a dream come true?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone dreams about playing in the NFL, and that was just it was a day I'll never forget. Also, I was sitting there in my uncle's house in his office with two of my buddies and my dad and my uncle, just looking at NFL teams and stuff, and trying to figure out if I had a free agent opportunity with any of these teams where I'd be ended up. And then my phone rings, and it was Coach Belichick, and he just made a little kid a dream when I was a little kid come true, and it's just unbelievable feeling. Overwhelmed. It was awesome.
Now, obviously, you haven't spent a lot of time in the NFL. I mean, you're entering your 2nd season, but have you had a moment yet in your career where you were like, wow, I'm actually in the NFL? And if so, can you tell us a little bit about that?
I would think the first day I came to the New England's facilities, it's just like you walk into the locker room and you got, Tom Brady, Vince Wilfork, Robbie Gronkowski, just Logan Mankins, just all these people that have just done so many great things in the NFL. You're just like, wow, I'm playing with the big boys now. So you get a little you put back in your place, I guess, when you go from being a college, pretty good in college, to coming back now, and you're gonna have to work, twice as hard just to be able to get on the field. So it's crazy.
Your rookie season, you started out with the Patriots and was released during the final cuts after the preseason. How did you take that?
It's a business, so it's just that's how you have to view it. It's a business, and you never know when your last day is going to be. So you gotta cherish it. So looking back, it was a great thing for me because it just made me work twice as hard. To try to get where I want to be.
Yeah, and then you went on to spend some time with the Philadelphia Eagles and then went back to New England. And now, Jeremy Ebert, you are now with the Jacksonville Jaguars, where I believe you have a pretty good chance of making the 53-man roster. I know you haven't been with the team for too long, but how's Jacksonville treating you?
I've only been there for a day, but, everything's been fantastic so far. I couldn't ask for more. I'm just, extremely happy for this opportunity to work with a, great organization and just some great players, and it's a great opportunity. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging, but this Florida Heat's no joke. So I'm just looking forward to this opportunity, and I'm just going to take it in stride.
Hey man, now I got to ask you this: how would you feel if at some point this season the Jaguars bring in Tim Tebow?
I have no say in that. I don't think I really comment for it. Whatever they think's going to be best for the organization, they're going to do. So, I can't comment on that. I just think, our GM and our coaches will know what's best for the team, and they're going to make all the right decisions.
What can the Jacksonville Jaguars and fans around the world expect out of second-year wide receiver Jeremy Ebert this season?
I'm just going to work my butt off to, get on the field and make the team, and I think I'm just looking forward to the opportunity and the challenge, and that's all I'm going to say.
Hey, Jeremy, I really appreciate your time on the show. Before I let you go, I just have a few quick, fun, personal questions to get to know you a bit, and then I'll let you go. Does that sound cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, Jeremy, what's your favorite TV show and movie?
My favorite TV show? I would have to say Friends would be my favorite TV show. Favorite movie? That's tough. I'm a big movie guy. I would have to say the Batman's The Dark Knight Rises. I would have to say that would be my favorite movie.
Favorite thing to eat?
Steak and green beans. And
Favorite thing to do in your free time?
I would say fishing.
All
I
right.
like to fish.
All right. Except for football, what is your favorite sport?
My favorite sport besides football? Hockey. I'm a big Blackhawks fan, per se, so I like to watch hockey. I don't think I could ever play hockey, but I love to watch hockey.
Man, what a game they had just the other night, man. That Game 7. I swear it seemed like it seemed like those Buffalo Wild Wing commercials, man. I mean, I don't know about that penalty they called late in the third period.
It was questionable. It was an unreal game. I was on the edge of my seat the whole game, so it was awesome. I'm just glad they made it to the conference finals, and I'm looking forward to the game on Saturday now.
Oh, yeah, me too. Now, Jeremy, you're on Twitter at JEbs11. Why do you make it important to connect with your fans? Because as we know, if it wasn't for Twitter, if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't be doing this interview right now.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I just think it's funny. I like to see what my fans are up to. I like to connect with some of them, and just see what they're up to and their feedback. And, it's nice to have some people that are interested in you and what you're up to. So, I like the opportunity that it gives you, like what gives you the connections and stuff for stuff like this, interviews and getting to meet some pretty cool people. So it's just it opens some doors. It's a great thing.
All right, now I know you've been on the same team as Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, Vince Wilfork, like you said. But if you were able to meet any famous person, who would that be and why?
Any famous person? Oh man, like ever?
Yep, ever.
That's a tough question to put me on the spot in.
I should have sent you these questions a few hours ago. My bad.
Oh no, that's a good question. Ever? Shoot. I would like to meet Muhammad Ali in his prime.
All right.
Just to see his work ethic and everything that he put into that, I think that would be pretty cool.
Hey, you're gonna have to watch out for that right hook, though, right?
I would stay as far as I could away. He's got some pretty long arms. I don't think I'd mess with him.
Jeremy, if you would compare yourself to any current player in the NFL right now, who would that be and why?
Any current player? I don't know if I think every player is unique in their own way. Some people I look up to, I would say Devon Best. I like to watch Devon Best a lot from the Miami Dolphins. He's with the Cleveland Browns now. I just think just his work ethic on the field and how he works for everything, I really admire him for that. But there's so many great players out there. You gotta take everyone into consideration. I mean, there's so many people fun to watch, but I don't know if I could compare myself to anyone in the NFL when I really haven't, done anything in the NFL.
All right. We got just a couple more questions for you, Jeremy, and that I'll go on and ask you to say, what was the first thing you bought with the first check you received in the NFL?
The first thing I bought a suit that fit me. That was the first thing I bought, because I had a suit from when I got it my senior year in high school, and by the end of college I had gained about 20 pounds, so it was a little snug. So I bought a suit that fit me. That was the first thing I bought.
All right, and last but not least, what is something about Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver Jeremy Ebert that many people do not know about?
Shoot. I don't know. I'm not that interesting of a person. I like to go off-roading in my Jeep. I got a Jeep Wrangler. I like to go off-roading.
And how muddy does that stuff get?
It gets pretty muddy, but I got my Jeep's Linex, so I don't have to really wash it. I just power wash it, and it's clean.
And is there any specific place that you like to go?
I used to go to Ohio, but I gotta find a place down south now. I don't really have a place down here.
All right, well, best of luck doing that. Best of luck with the Jacksonville Jaguars, Jeremy. It's been a true pleasure. Hopefully we could do it again in the future. Before I let you go, is there anything you'd like to plug on there for myself and our listeners?
No, I mean, it's been a great opportunity. I really appreciate you having me on, and go Jags.
Yeah, man, best of luck. Take care.